I am an early worker, come to work on time. It was a day that I even had a meeting with three of my Chinese partners, and who came based on some of the JVs we're having in the complex. The projection of the complex, for anybody who knows, has room for so many services like diagnostic center, children crèche, um, helper services, where of course we could connect with other companies for delivery with drones and all that. We have a mall. We're working on partnership with some of the big electronics companies like LGs and Samsungs of this world. My corporate office is also there. And there is also a company, the Evo from China, the into electric vehicles, and so many other services. It's sad, seeing such place going down after knowing fully well that I am a due process man and I've followed all the requirements by the Trade Fair Management Board, whom are our landlord here, and I have 100% full approval from the Trade Fair Management Board. This building itself was supervised by Ministry of from the Ministry of Works. They normally come here each stage. For all people who care, Ministry of Environment, Abuja, have been here because of the helipad provision we are trying to add. Ministry of Environment, Lagos State, have also been here because of the same thing. All agencies of works have been here. If you look at my phone, the building is fully approved. It's not just the ordinary approval, both the structural and whatever, 100%, with even the certificate given to me. Now, I got this building far back, 2018, and this building had been constructed structurally as far back as 2021. So it was just the COVID that slowed us down. And because the services that are coming here are services that are of paramount to the society, we're taking our time to have discussion and agreement with investors whom we are bringing international. Well, what has happened, and the reason that I got from the Lagos State Ministry of Urban Development is that we had been invited several times through the executive management, and they've tried coming in here and they were barricaded, they were stopped, that their commissioner was also locked up here sometime. But of course, the Lagos State government, well, maybe they know, maybe they don't know, maybe they're claiming ignorance, that the management and the executive of the various associations and the core investors like me, like the Poly Plaza you're seeing or the Coscharis down there, we're just core investors, and most of us live down at the mainland, and we don't really, access to their running of the affairs here. The only thing we work with is what the management tells us. And they've given us the impression that they are all in all. Everybody could see the ED on National Daily saying approval, that they have right to approval of all that is happening here, including the structural building. Unfortunately, I have recapped with my lawyer, and he, of course, had informed me that there is a ruling in 2003 where all right of building approval lies with the state through the local government, actually, not just Lagos State. Of course, it's the states in Nigeria. Well, be that as it may, where I personally fought Lagos State is this. I also have property down at Osborne where I have federal approval to build. But later Lagos State came and told me that I will need to do what they call regularization and then approval. Of course, I followed suit. To even shock Lagos State, I have property in Festac. If I bring the documents of my property in Festac, I'm about the only person that have Lagos State approval on it, as far back as 2007. All Lagos State needed to do was to write me officially or give me an invite. This is a mighty edifix. I mean, what does it cost them coming in here? Are you the one that go here? Yes. If you don't get the Lagos State approval, we're going to demolish your building. Nobody ever did that. Lagos State never came here to even place a demolition notice. If they do, everybody that knows me knows that I am a due process man. As far back as 2020, I have written this article to my stakeholders in this market. It's called The Beginning of a New Era Within the Market Union. Attention stakeholders. I wrote detail to detail all abnormalities happening within the complex and what people are doing that may not conform with the government. You see, government cannot come and treat people in a blanket form. If it is in the US, if we have 100 people in a bus and 99 are thieves, if there is one innocent person in that bus, what the government will do is to save the one person first before taking on the 99. How do you put up a woman for probably hanging because she was caught with drugs? And then when time reached for the hanging, you discover that the woman is pregnant and you're still hanging the woman with the pregnancy. Lagos State, honestly, they did not do well. But, well, the law is the law. By virtue of me not having the Lagos State approval, of course, they can always hide under that. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But I wouldn't call it ignorance in this time because we have a management who is giving us this everyday authority over what they are doing here. That they are stopping Lagos State and they are preventing Lagos State from coming in here. I personally, Magnus, don't even know about it. But it is what it is. What has happened has happened. I've taken my time to visit the Lagos State essay to the governor on what happened. I've taken my time to visit the Lagos State Commissioner for Environment. It is not to me a question of being right, being wrong, being hot, being destroyed. It's a question of we trying to put our heads together because what they want to achieve here is to make sure that people do the right thing. And I believe that once you have come and you have seen somebody that did the right thing, anybody that comes to my building knows that I did more than the spacing approved. The ministry approved 66 meters in between for road. I did 12 meters. The ministry approved 3 meters from the major road. I did 6 meters. In between my buildings, I did 3 meters. I don't even have I casted my roof. The next thing we're even talking of here, because of what we want to install, is like a water hydrant. I don't see reason why this place will be destroyed. It's looking to me like a vendetta. Somebody want to teach me a lesson. Somebody want to deal with me. But that's not what we are going up now. My own with the state or with the federal government is what's the way forward. This building is a multi-billion naira project. Anybody who visited here would see it, would say it. Why they choose to destroy it in this way, I don't know what we then intend to achieve. In terms of what are the market leaders doing in terms of the destruction that happened, well, you see, this complex actually, for all anybody care to know, is run by 3 different bodies. One, the Trade Fair Management Board, headed by the ED, which is the representative of Federal Minister of Trade and Trade and whatever state it is. Then there is the ESCOs, who are the leaders of the major markets. They are under the stakeholder association. And of course, there are people like me who are the core investors. Now, the ESCOs rely on the ED for all rights of what they do and the approval. The investors like me rely on whatever the ED or the ESCO tell us as it concerns us. As it is today, unfortunately, I will say it on air, they're just playing politics with themselves. They are hanging in between, is it Lagos State, is it federal government? To top it up, their lawyer, to me, has been deceiving them all their life. Because how would a lawyer be in a union for over 20 years? He cannot tell me he does not know that approval lies on the state. They are ill-advised. Honestly, they have done nothing. So, escorts of this stakeholder should share their private interests and see how they can come together and liaise with the Lagos state government, work together as a family. You see, the issue about my people here is this: the fear of, if Lagos state come today for approval, they are granted. But tomorrow, Lagos state will come back for revenue. That tomorrow, local government will come for collection of everyday money. So they are really worried about that, because most of the goods are exposed, and I was paying over 200,000 to 300,000 daily in order to pay for security. And so, I mean, I think it's not really any fight with the state. I don't see reason I should be gambling into that, because if you look at it, I don't have the approval from the state. I don't have the approval from the state. However, they meted their punishment back to me is a story for lawyers to interpret. I don't really know much about that. But if my brothers within the market have done what they're supposed to do with the properties given to them, I'm sure with or without approval, the state will not be coming here to do this kind of mass demolition.